Howdy boys, it's NPC, and today I'm going to be going over the top 15 best handling cars in GTA Online. This video helps you guys out and you enjoy it. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and let's get into it. Starting us off at number 15, we've got the Annis Elegy Retro Custom. It was added as part of the import-export update on December 13th, a decade ago, back in 2016, and it is an all-wheel drive sports car. It's got a respectable top speed of 115.5 miles per hour. Not very fast in today's day and age. Even back when it was added 10 years ago, it was falling behind the pace of the top sports cars, but you'll find it's a trend on this list to give up some power for tires made of glue. It can seat 2 people. It weighs in at 1,450 kilograms or 3,196 pounds, but feels a lot lighter because it picks up quick and has a fantastic balance between over and understeer. It's literally Goldilocks' perfect soup.
Huh?
And if you want to pick one of these up, you can get it by picking up an Elegy RH8 off of the Benny's website for $95,000 and then upgrading it in the Benny shop to the Retro Custom for $904,000. Pretty much everyone's got one of these already. If you don't, you are definitely missing out because it sounds amazing, has some of the best customization in the entire game, and is super satisfying to drive. For the next car on our list, we've got the Pegassi Toros. It was added as part of the Arena War update on December 18th, 2018, and it is an all-wheel drive SUV that tops out at 128.25 miles per hour. It can seat 4 people, which is super nice, and it does have a little bit of wheel spin, but then it picks up quick through the gears, has a slight oversteer bias, but it's very manageable and keeps it at the top of the SUV category. It only falls short to the Castigator and the Pfister Astron HSW. It handles amazingly because of how grounded it is. Part of that is due to its weight. It weighs in at 2,200 kilograms or 4,850 pounds. It's super heavy, but it is very stable because of its weight and its wide wheelbase. And if somehow you don't have one of these, I would highly recommend picking one up because it comes in at an insanely low price of $498,000, which makes it one of the cheapest, well-performing cars in the entire game. You can find it on the Legendary Motorsports website under the 4-door section, and it also looks really cool being based off of the Lamborghini Urus. Has a ton of customization in-game, and you definitely won't regret buying one. For $498,000, it gives you a lot with the cheap price, great performance, great looks, great customization, and it's got some utility since you can seat 4 people. What more can you ask for? At number 13, we've got the Bravado Buffalo STX. It was added as part of the contract on December 15th back in 2021, and it is a rear-wheel drive muscle car that tops out at 126 miles per hour. This is one of the most versatile vehicles in the entire game, and it mogs the Toros, even though I just glazed it for having so much utility and having great bang for your buck. The Buffalo STX clears. It's top of the class for the muscle category. It has a Monty Tech with missile lock-on jammers and armor plating. It can also seat 4 people, has a wheelie in case you're stuck or you need to get over barriers. It's got slick mines that you can put on it, front-mounted machine guns that you can put on it, and has great traction for a muscle car. Even though it's rear-wheel drive, definitely feels more like it's all-wheel drive and is even bulletproof. Even a Lux Box from Taco Bell isn't better value than this. A Lux Box will get you 4 items, and right there, I just listed 8. To top it off, it also has no wheel spin, despite being a muscle car, so it gets going very swiftly. And you can pick one up for $2,150,000 with an unlockable trade price of $1,612,500. And it's very easy to unlock the trade price. All you need to do is purchase an agency, which is an excellent business that I would highly recommend getting. You can purchase it off of the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. It weighs in at 1,800 kilograms or 3,968 pounds. It's on the heavier side. Maybe that's due to, since it can be equipped with armor, because it is pretty goddamn tanky. So to dive into the armor plating, it can take 12 homing missiles, 4 RPGs, 10 explosive sniper rounds, 2 tank shots, and then 1 from the AA trailer or orbital cannon. I'm not a big fan of Chargers in real life, but the Buffalo STX being added into GTA has completely changed my mind. I've been converted.
I can drop ties in this bitch, drop like flies in this bitch.
At number 12, we've got the Benefactor Feltzer. This was added as part of the release of the game back in 2013, and it is a rear-wheel drive sports car. Tops out at 120.25 miles per hour and can seat 2 people. The acceleration feels pretty average, but it does not slow down in the corners. It's got very sticky traction. It weighs in at 1,450 kilograms or 3,196 pounds. And you can get one for only $145,000. Now, if you're broke, this might be one of the first ones to pick up for you. However, it was removed from being a purchasable vehicle, so you can find it on rotation from one of the dealerships like Simeon's, the Car Meet, Luxury Autos, or you could buy it off of another player in the Car Meet. I'm not a big fan of the way this car looks, but finding it off of the street, especially if you need an NPC car, is always a nice surprise. The Maibatsu Monstrosity was released as part of the Mercenaries update on June 13th in 2023. It's an all-wheel drive off-road vehicle, and it tops out at 109.75 non-HSW, but you can get the HSW variant that will move it to 135.75 miles per hour. It can seat 2 people, and it picks up not amazing, but not awful either. Where it really shines is the handling. It's such a tiny box car that it can turn its nose in really easily, as opposed to like cars that are longer like the limo, or it feels more like you're turning a log. It's a little bouncy and has great suspension for off-roading, and it's proportionally correct even though it's so tiny, so it can fit in tight alleyways, which is also a nice benefit. And despite it being so small, it comes in at an insane 1,990 kilograms, which is 4,387 pounds. That's fucking heavy. It's literally half an elephant. If you're looking to pick one up, you can get one for $1,485,000 plus an additional $1,109,000 to HSW upgrade it. Total price if you want to get the HSW version will be $2,954,000. To top it all off, the Monstrosity is also bulletproof and has a Money tech, and it's just really fun to drive. One of my favorites in the entire game. Now, breaking into the top 10, we've got the Karen Sultan RS Classic. It was added as part of the Tuners update back in August 26, 2021. It falls under both the Sports and Tuners update if you do Tuners only races. It's got all-wheel drive and a top speed of 117.5 miles per hour. It can seat 2 people and weighs in at a very light 1,150 kilograms or 2,535 pounds. This car mogs the tuner category. It's super fast on courses with a lot of turns because the acceleration is lightning quick, and it hits its top speed almost instantly. It raises the skill floor really high and lowers the ceiling by giving you an incredible pickup while sacrificing your overall top speed. It is the exact opposite from a muscle car, let's say the Dominator for example, with a very low floor and high skill ceiling, with the insane amounts of wheel spin and trying to get going, but generally, the muscle cars have a higher top speed. This car puts racing on easy mode. You just got to get used to how light it is. And then on top of that, it's got a ton of customization and it looks wicked. Moving on to the single digits, we've got the Wagner coming in at number 9. It was added as part of the gun running update on June 20th back in 2017. It's a rear-wheel drive supercar, and it's got a top speed of 126.75 miles per hour. It can seat 2 people and weighs in at 1,000 kilograms or 2,204 pounds. It's got a little bit of wheel spin when you're trying to get going, but it's a great combination of traction, top speed, and weight to make it feel like it gains a lot of momentum, like a snowball rolling down a hill. And once it's moving, it is a force to be reckoned with. If you're looking to pick one up, you can get it for $1,535,000 off of the 2-door section of Legendary Motorsport. Despite the car being so light, the big wing on the back helps the car stay down and grounded. It's also pretty wide, which helps keep it stable in the corners. It also looks really aggressive and has great trim options for color coordination in its customization. At number 8, we've got the Declassy Draugr. This was added back on August 11th, 2022 with the Criminal Enterprises DLC. It's an all-wheel drive off-road vehicle that tops out at 111.75 miles per hour. It can seat 4 people, and while the top speed seems a little bit low, it picks up quick not just because it's all-wheel drive. It's got phenomenal traction, but it is slightly top-heavy and bouncy, so you have to be careful on those really rough hills. It weighs in at 2,450 kilograms or 5,401 pounds. That weight makes it durable against collisions and keeps it grounded for off-road terrain. It's a top 3 off-road vehicle, including motorcycles. And if you're looking to pick one up, you can get it for $1,870,000 off of the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. At number 7, we've got the Benefactor Krieger. It was added on September 12th back in 2019 with the Diamond Casino Heist update. It's an all-wheel drive supercar, tops out 128 miles per hour, and can seat 2 people. It's got very little wheel spin, making it quick off the line. The Krieger's got great traction. It doesn't really oversteer or understeer. It weighs in at 1,250 kilograms or 2,755 pounds, which is a solid weight and can hold its own in a collision. The Krieger is slightly on the pricier side at $2,875,000, which you can pick up off of the Legendary Motorsports website, but I do think that this car is very well rounded and makes it worth the money. Similar to the Karen Sultan RS Classic, this one has a high floor and lower ceiling compared to, let's say, the Emirates, which is its longtime rival. The Emirates has a higher top speed, but is more punishing if you make mistakes because it's got more wheel spin and takes longer to get going if you spin out. In a full lobby, my pick is always the Krieger, and I've won plenty of races against faster cars because even if you are the best driver, you can't really control if people are going to crash into you, and I like having a quick recovery. Now coming in at number 6, we've got the King, the Benefactor LM87. It was added on July 26 in 2022 with the Criminal Enterprises DLC. It's a rear-wheel drive supercar, tops out at 127.5 miles per hour, only half a mile behind the Krieger, and it can seat 1 person. There's a lot of wheel spin at the start. It's kind of easy to spin out, but in the corners, it is demonic. It is glued to the track. It weighs in at an extremely light 900 kilograms, or 1,984 pounds. It's also quite expensive as well, coming in at $2,950,000, and you can get it off of the Legendary Motorsport website. The reason I called the LM87 the King was because it used to be the fastest supercar in the game. There was a bug on PC where if you had higher FPS or frames per second, it would give you a higher top speed. So in console, you'd max out at 60 FPS, and then you get the 127.5 miles per hour top speed. But on PC, you can get like 400 frames. And while I can't give you an exact number, but it was probably like 200 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, the Banshee GTS HSW, the fastest land vehicle currently in the game, tops out at 172 miles per hour. Since the expanded and enhanced edition of GTA, a lot of people, mostly PC players like myself, were disappointed at the LM87's performance, but it still holds its ground surprisingly well against the top supercars. I know we've gotten some new additions that has disrupted the supercars class, but anytime I underestimate the LM87, I always regret it. If you guys are enjoying the video so far and are finding this information helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let's get back into it. Speaking of underestimations, we've got the Annis S80RR. This is the LM87's little brother. It was added as part of the Diamond Casino Heist update back on July 23rd, 2019, and it is a rear-wheel drive supercar. It tops out at 123 miles per hour and can seat 1 person. Similar to the LM87, it's got some wheel spin at the start, but once it gets going, it is an unstoppable force with incredible downforce. It's the kind of car where you can do a hard right without braking, and it's almost uncanny feeling with how good its traction is. It's got the exact same weight as the LM87 at 900 kilograms, 1,984 pounds. And if you're looking to pick one up, you can get it for $2,575,000 off of the Legendary Motorsport website. The S80RR looks wicked, in my opinion, slightly better than the LM87. It's got a lot of customization for a race car, and the best part is that it does go toe-to-toe with the LM87. The LM87 has a 4 mile per hour lead over the S80, but in an actual race setting, you really can't tell the difference. Straight line, cornering, they're right about the same speed. I distinctly remember this one race with Harmon and Twingo, and Harmon and I picked LM87s, Twingo picked the S80, and off rip, he was faster than us. Obviously, that's just one race, but they are so close in stats. They're really no different. So if you want to save 400k or you just like the look of the S80RR more, I'd say go for it. So many people sleep on this car because it wasn't the race car with the speed glitch. The RE7B had one, the LM87 had one, the S80 didn't. But it is a track demon, and if you underestimate it, you will suffer. Speaking of race cars, at number 4, we've got the Benefactor BR8, which is an open wheel vehicle. It was added as part of the LS Summer Special back in August 11th, 2020. It's rear wheel drive and tops out at 121 miles per hour. You can seat one person since it's an F1 car, and it picks up lightning fast. Part of the reason is because it weighs in at 550 kilograms or 1,212 pounds, making it the lightest vehicle on this list. And it is quite expensive to pick up, as race cars are, at $3,400,000, and you can find it off of the Legendary Motorsports website. It's super sick that F1 cars are in GTA, and the open wheel races are a ton of fun with the tire durability and the pit mechanics. This car also has an acceleration boost, which is honestly the saving point because it doesn't have that high of a top speed, and there are a lot of other vehicles on this list with phenomenal handling and more utility like Imani Tech that could seat more people and at a cheaper price. I'm still very happy with mine, and I have a blast doing the open wheel races whenever we have viewer games, which you can get in on by joining the Discord in the description. Entering into our top 3, we've got the Grotti Turismo Omaggio. It was added on December 12th, 2023 with the Chop Shop update, and it's a rear-wheel drive supercar. It's got a top speed of 122.5 miles per hour and can seat 2 people. The Omaggio handles amazingly. The turning feels impactful and responsive. It turns hard and points its nose in without oversteering. It weighs in at 1,435 kilograms or 3,163 pounds. And if you're looking to pick one up, you can find it off of the two-door section of Legendary Motorsports for $2,845,000. This vehicle also does have a Imani Tech and a missile lock-on jammer, and to top it off, it looks beautiful. The only thing is I just wish it was a little faster because the 122 mile per hour top speed doesn't really do it justice with this meta, and it does get outshined by our next vehicle. Which is the new fastest supercar in the entire game, the Vapid FMJ Mark V. This car is just a faster Omaggio in every way. It was added as part of the Mansions DLC, it's rear-wheel drive, can seat 2 people, and it's got a top speed of 155.75 miles per hour. There's a little bit of wheel spin at the start, but it picks up quick. It's not quite as fast as the Banshee GTS HSW in a straight line, but the handling is absolutely amazing. They definitely put glue on the tires, because with another 33 miles per hour over the Omaggio, it is still phenomenal at pointing its nose in and taking those sharp turns. And it will 100% make both your racing and city driving experiences better. This car is quite expensive. It costs $2,965,000 off of the Legendary Motorsport website, and you can HSW it for another $2.4 million, totaling just about $5,400,000. It is the most expensive vehicle on this list, but why have 10 shit boxes when you can have one car that is the best? The only tiny thing with this car is that it is quite light, 1,250 kilograms or 2,755 pounds. It does have a slight learning curve, which is that because it's so light, it's easier to get spun out than you'd think. But that's not enough to stop the Mark V. It is still one of the fastest vehicles in the entire game. And our number 1 spot is going to the HSW Pinaud La Carousse. It was added as part of the Mercenaries update, and it is a rear-wheel drive electric sports car. It's got a measly top speed of 114 miles per hour, non-HSW, but once you upgrade it, it has a top speed of 142.5 miles per hour. That is a very high top speed and clears almost the entire supercar category. It picks up quick because it's electric, and that makes it feel more like an all-wheel drive car as opposed to rear-wheel drive. It weighs in at 1,500 kilograms or 3,306 pounds, and it handles amazingly because of its wide stance and short wheelbase. If you're looking to pick one up, you can get it for $1,990,000, and then it's going to cost another $818,000 for the HSW upgrade, totaling it to about $2.8 million. A lot of people like to shit on electric cars, and honestly, fair enough, but you cannot deny the fact that the HSW La Carousse mogs everything in the corners. That's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know what you thought about my list in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are there some cars that I forgot? Some cars that you would replace? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new and you want to see more content like this. Make sure to join the Discord if you want to get in on the viewer games. We do it every other Friday. It's super fun and interactive, and we play with all the guys of YSK. That's about it. Until next time, take care. Peace.